Sometimes we get used to looking at the world from just one angle.
Changing our point of view can allow us to discover more.
Looking inside things can help us make even more observations.
Let's try using different views in nature journaling. First, you want to find a natural object. It could be something like a fruit or vegetable. Mushrooms and apples work really well. You want it to be something that you can cut open. Then, you want to grab a paper, a pencil or a pen, and something you can cut with. Now, here's the challenge. Use the smallest number of drawings that you can to fully describe the shape and structure of your object. You will need to use different views, and you can cut your object open if you need to. It's up to you to decide which views to use. In a little bit, we're going to come back together and get to share our ideas. But first, pause this video and draw different views of your object.
So my questions for you are, what views did you choose, and why did you choose those views? Let's take some time to share our diagrams. Why don't you compare your diagrams with people around you or with our other students?
I decided to get a detailed observation of the overhead view, the side view, and what the interior of an orange would look like. My overhead view included there's a dotted texture and some little slight imperfection, and then from open there are these little white lines and white triangles that sort of separate sections of the orange.
It was cut in half like this, but this was the top view of the orange. And I drew how these have they kind of remind me of a spider web because of the design, how it goes.
First I did as a whole solid here. You can see the detail. I used the shadows, orange, and I even tried using light as a detail. This is half of the orange peeled as well. And so as you can see here,
I did a half a cut, like that. When I cut it open, I got the micropods. I call them micropods because they're pretty much hard, but they have the juices of the orange in it, and then the kind of hollow part in the middle.
I just did the detailed part with the sticker and everything on it, and then I cut into the orange to see what the inside would look like. The inside is a little bit of a lighter orange than the outside, and when I cut it open, there's just this hollow part. None of the slices touch. And then this is the part I cut out that's got that inside texture to it.
What did you do differently or similarly to other people? So thank you so much for participating. I hope you enjoyed it.
You're welcome! Are there any views that most or all of the group chose? Why might those views have been useful? Architects and engineers make lots of diagrams. They've given names to certain views that they often use. When you draw an object from the top looking down, it's called a plan view. The plan view might show the outside of the object or its internal structure. This plan view shows the roof. And this plan view shows interior structures like the doors and the walls. When you draw an object from the side, it's called an elevation view. The elevation view shows the side or end of the object. It's useful when architects want to show how things like windows and doors will be arranged. A section view shows what an object would look like if you cut it open. It shows the internal structures. You can cut your objects in different ways to create different kinds of sections. If you cut it from the top to the bottom, like this, it's called a longitudinal section. If you cut it across the center, like this, it's called a cross section. You can add reference lines on your plan view to show how different sections correspond to other drawings. You can use plan views, elevation views, and section views to help you describe any object. Sometimes you might want to use all of the views, and sometimes you might want to use just a few. You can also use any other views that you create. All these different views show you different aspects of the shape and structure of the object. What other objects would you like to draw diagrams of? What views do you think would be most helpful in describing your object? I'm going to go diagram something else. Happy nature journaling!